Everyone, I can see we are live now. So just give me a moment while we are live on all the channels. So just give me a moment, guys. And meanwhile, if someone is joining in, can someone just drop in a hi to confirm that I am audible and visible? Would be great. Okay, so while people are joining in, hi, I'm Khyati, founder of CrafTangles and Handmade. So we normally do this lives once a week where we showcase our products live so that in case you have any queries, etc., feel free to, ask your questions, etc., and we would be happy to help. Now, before I get into what is today, etc., I just wanted to remind you, give a gentle reminder that our Republic Day sale is live on our website. Lot and lots of sale going on. So interesting stuff if you want to buy at sale prices. Perfect timing. Now, while everybody joins in, I'll just add Anamika into the chat and then we can get started on what she's doing. Then I can, talk about what I'm doing, etc. Anamika?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Uh, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to first, talk about what you are planning to do, then I'll take up and then we can start.
Yeah, I haven't planned anything yet, but I'm, planning to maybe use this particular base with the theme, keeping in mind with the theme Valentine's. I'll be using
Okay.
this particular decoupage paper. This is butterfly 3.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see now what I can make out of it.
हम्म। अनामिका कैन यू जस्ट माइक में आवाज का इश्यू हो रहा है ऐसा लग रहा है मेरे को
Okay.
एक बार थोड़ा माइक मतलब फिजिकल हेडफोन वाला माइक है कि कोई और है थोड़ा पास
नहीं,
दूर
this is
करके
normal phone का mic. Just see यहाँ
हाँ
पे ना on the screen that particular speaker वाला thing is coming off and on. I don't know. अभी सुनाई दे रहा है क्या?
अभी हाँ मतलब डू यू वांट टू लाइक लीव एंड जॉइन अगेन आई लैड लेट्स सी प्रोबेबली दैट शुड
ठीक
सॉल्व
है,
एन
मैं
इश्यू
करती हूँ, फिर से करती हूँ। बट यहाँ
या
पे ना बार बार
या
ये जो स्पीकर वाला थिंग ना, इट इज गोइंग अप एंड डाउन कंटिन्यूअसली, नॉट माइन। इट इज शोइंग ऑन द स्क्रीन। आई डोंट नो विच स्पीकर दिस इज।
अच्छा
हाँ, एक बार मैं लीव
अच्छा यू
करके,
वांट टू
आई लीव करके फिर ज्वाइन
हाँ
करती
एक बार
हूँ।
चाहिए
हाँ, ट्राई
हाँ
कर।
फोन भी रीस्टार्ट
हाँ,
कर
हाँ,
लीजिए
हाँ,
चाहिए
हाँ।
तो या जॉइन अस सो आई डोंट नो सम टेक्निकल इश्यू अगर टेक्निकल इश्यू नहीं होता है तो आई गेस लाइव नहीं होता है सो व्हाइल अनामिका जॉइन्स इन I'll just I'll just start give you a small idea of what we did in the last lives. So this was hello Kavita. So this is our I guess fourth live. Yeah, this is our fourth live of the month and as I said a lot of ideas that we have been sharing. Just a second, Anamika has been added. I will just add her and see. Anamika?
Yeah, Khyati, can you hear me now?
It is much better now.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
And the thing is clear right in the center?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm
Mm,
going to just prepare my base.
yeah.
So I'll be using the particular paper at the center. It
Mhm.
is a carved wala thing. This is as it is, thoda sa upar, and these are all the carved wala part. So I'm
Right.
going to use two different shades. This is going to be in different shade, and this is the place where I'm going to put the paper.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to gesso it, and this I'm going to add a darker base color, and then go about blending it up.
Hmm.
Okay, all clear, Kathy?
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah, all good. So the napkin that she is using is butterflies 3
Yeah.
for those of you who have a query, and she's going to now prep it with gesso white. Anamika is going to do decoupage, and as I said, this month is going to be paper crafting for me, so I'll do paper crafting. For those of you who have issues, if in terms of small screen on Instagram, etc., you can join us on our YouTube. Link is in the stories. If you are on our channel on our WhatsApp, the link has already been shared with you all. Okay, now it's audible. All good. Okay. So in case, as always, guys, if you have any queries, etc., please feel free to pop down your questions. The whole idea of our lives is that hum aapko, you can ask your questions, etc. Hi, Pradnya. So now I will start sharing my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, while Anamika is prepping, I just wanted to talk about what we did in terms of foil, because if you would have seen our banner, you would know that I am going to again, use foil, but in a different way. So our first live. So as I said, this is our fourth live of the month. In our first live, I showed you how you can use die cut foils to make your own mirror cardstock, and then you can use the die cuts in whatever ways you want to, etc. So this was in my first live. And then my last week's live with Anamika, I showed you how you can use it with tapes to kind of create your own borders, etc. So we have actually covered two ways in how you can use foils, which is with sticky bag, the product which is again a very popular CrafTangles product. So this is essentially a sheet of stickers between two non-sticky sheets. So using this, you can convert anything to a sticky paper. Okay, so this is what I used in this my first life, where I made my own mirror cardstock, and then I used it with the regular white double-sided tape to actually create this border. Okay, so now a lot of people have always had questions, from uh, our YouTube channel to Instagram. A lot of people always have question on different ways in which you can use our foils, etc. So I thought, this month, since I want to do a lot of glittery stuff, it would be perfect to kind of showcase them to you. So here I'm first going to show you all the colors first. So this is our basic range. So you can see the colors as they look. So this is yellow gold, this is gold, next is silver, this is rose gold and copper. So this is our basic range in terms of shades. Then we have colored ones. So this is blue, green, purple, pink, red, and turquoise. Okay. So these are all the colored shades. Kavita, I'll just answer. Just give me a second. I'll just complete the foil part and I'll answer your query. And this is our specialty one. So this is the rainbow color. As you can see, it has rainbow colored stripes. This is our holographic one. So this actually gives the whole holographic look. And then this is a black one. So simple black, again, a specialty foil. So these three are our specialty foils. Okay, so this is the complete range of foils that we have. A query on for decoupage paper. Do we need to use two coats of gesso to make it clearly visible? Okay, so you need a opaque white coat, like this kind of white, not like cardstock, but you need a opaque white coat. अभी उसके लिए बहुत लोगों की कविता, what happens is a lot of people put in very thick coats. Okay, they like the texture and they are okay putting thick coats. So उन लोग का बहुत बार within a one coat it may work. Now how I like to do is I like to like water it down and put thin coats, because I don't like that a lot of brush strokes when I'm doing gesso. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So it depends on the project that I am doing. But bottom line, if you are doing a thick coat, one may be enough. If you are doing thin coats, you may need two. Sometimes you may need three. But आप जितना opaque करोगे, उतना आपका napkin और उभर के आएगा. वैसी बात है, because the napkins are very thin. With paper and with papers it doesn't matter. Again, transfers is translucent. So जितना white आपका base रहेगा, उतना colors आपका उभर के आएगा. So it's like that. So depending on how you want your base to be, like if you are using paper, you can directly use it on brown. If you are using napkins and transfers, make sure you are creating like a good white opaque base for your napkins and your transfers to show through. Okay, so that is there. And yeah, so today what we are going to do is I'll just show you a small. We are going to actually use foils with stencils to create this kind of beautiful backgrounds, and then I'll show you how you can convert it into a card. But again, there are a lot of ideas. It just doesn't have to be card. You can use this kind of backgrounds anywhere. So this is gold with one of our stencil. Hi, Ekta. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my dual textured white. Now this is the cardstock that we always talk about, perfect for blending. You can also use our classic smooth white. यहाँ पे the idea is we want a thicker cardstock. So anything 250 to 300 GSM is what we need. आप कोई भी cardstock use कर सकते हो. Since मैं dual textured ही बहुत use करती हूँ, तो मेरा हाथ हमेशा उसी पे जाता है. But you can also use classic smooth white, whatever colored cardstock you want to use, etc. No problem. अनामिका यू आर सेइंग समथिंग?
No, no, no.
अच्छा, अच्छा। तो आपने साइड में कौन-सा कलर किया
This
है?
is amber. You can also use black.
ओके, ओके, you have used umber. Okay. So I'm going to make two samples today quickly. And for that, I'm going to use two Valentine stencils. So this is the one that I'm going to use is called XOXO. This is a very like fun kind of a background. I like these kind of patterns, whenever I'm kind of creating a pattern, be it with inks or be it with paste or be it with foils. मैम क्या बना रहे हो आप? एकता is asking.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't decided, but most likely it is going to be a decoupage come mixed media, a wall art, or
Okay.
you can fix some fixtures and convert it into a keychain holder or something like that.
Okay. 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 So like a frame kind of a thing उसको आप
Yeah, this
कुछ
is
भी
a
कर
frame. This
सकते
is
हो
a
वैसे.
proper frame.
Hmm. Okay. So I'm going to use XOXO and the other stencil that I'm using is this stencil. Again, one of my favorite. I have used in one of the previous cards also. So this is called Chit Chat stencil. And the product which is going to bring everything together is called this. This is Foil Magic. Again, a very interesting product, one of its kind. So this is like a gilding glue, but apart from gilding glue, it will give you something else which is very unique to it, which is what we are going to, kind of experiment with. So this is very thick. It is just like a texture paste. So what we are going to do is just a second. I'll get my tissue out. हम लोग टेक्सचर पेस्ट की तरह ही इसको लेंगे और हम लोग स्टेंसिल के थ्रू पास करें. ओके. हाँ, वो ऑडियो का पता नहीं कुछ इश्यू हो रहा है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
Am I not
अभी
audible?
हमको समझ. No, no, you are audible, but the audio voice is too high actually,
Okay.
and and it is feeling like वो बहुत fast हो रहा है तो बीच-बीच में क्रैक हो रहा है वो ऑडियो.
एक बार और ट्राई करूँ
Your
क्या?
son is your son is there?
No, he is not around.
वरना उसको थोड़ा आइडिया होता है ना
अभी
वो
देखो क्या
टेकी
थी?
चीजें
अभी
में,
नाउ इज इट
इसीलिए आई
बेटर?
थॉट. अभी भी क्रैक हो रहा है.
Then I don't know.
थोड़ा माइक में इश्यू हो रहा है आई फील. आप थोड़ा शायद सॉफ्टली बोलोगे ना फिलहाल तो आई थिंक मतलब काम चल जाएगा अपना. क्या हो रहा है एग्जैक्ट कुछ समझ नहीं रहा है.
Because the camera has been set as usual, all the settings as usual. I don't know why it is happening.
हाँ, हाँ, आई ऑल्सो डोंट नो. सेम सेटअप, एवरीथिंग इज सेम. So I moved it a little bit upwards. Hopefully it's better now, Pranya. So I'm just doing the same process with the second piece of cardstock. And here I'm going to use my second stencil, which is Chit Chat. Okay, again, the same thing. I'm going to use my foil magic like texture paste and I'm going to pass it through the stencil to create a pattern. Okay.
So I'm applying decoupage glue here,
Okay.
and I'm going to paste the paper.
Okay. So the napkin that she is using is called Butterflies 3. It has like lavender purple butterfly in it. Could you tell the size of the frame, Anamika, just for
Mm,
people who would be curious?
I think it is 8 by 8. I'll just check. Wait. Yeah, it
हाँ,
is 8 by 8.
8 by 8 inches. Okay. Okay. सो नहीं एक्चुअली इंस्टाग्राम का झोल नहीं है अनामिका वो सॉरी कविता वो कुछ तो इशू है अभी भी ऑल्सो डोंट नो क्या इशू हो रहा है होपफुली थोड़ा पता नहीं अभी वी ऑल्सो डोंट नो थोड़ी टाइम में मे बी ठीक भी हो जाए इंटरनेट इशू हो कि अभी सब कुछ वॉइस ओवर इंटरनेट हो गया है तो so we'll let this dry. Ideally, with foil magic, just like your crackle paste, try and let this dry as much naturally as possible. We will not wait a lot of time क्योंकि it's a live तो हमें quickly move करना है चीजों को. But I'll give it a 5-10 minutes. Good to know, Pranaya. Yeah, vintage roses and these butterflies are crowd favorite. A lot of people like it. So good to know. Acha. So now I'm going to remove the most important product for foiling, which is laser. This is like if you have this, you can use foils in many ways. So I'll just start it up because it will take a couple of minutes to heat up. Now there are a lot of questions in terms of foiling. कि मतलब कौन सा लैमिनेटर यूज करना चाहिए क्या करना चाहिए कैसे करना चाहिए so for those of you who use foils, these are laser reactive foils, meaning कि आपका अच्छा क्वालिटी का लेजर प्रिंट होगा उसके ऊपर ये foils चिपकती है when you pass them through the heat. Okay, so technically that is how these foils are meant to be used. Of course, there are multiple uses which we have seen throughout the month, but that's the most primary use which I'll be showing you today. Now, for that to pass it through the heat, you need a kind of laminator. Any basic laminator of A4 size will work. This is like your personal size laminator. They are not very expensive. You get them on Amazon. Mine is like I think 5-6 years old. So I bought this when we launched foils for the first time, and I have been using this ever since. So there is no issue in terms of a lifetime chalte. Currently, I feel on Amazon you'll find a lot of Amazon brands and other brands who are selling lamination machine. But this is what lamination machine looks like. Mine is like a wooden khatola type looking because it's a very older model. The newer models are much more sleeker. So basically, this will take, I think, 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes to heat up. And while this heat ups, then it will show this as ready. Okay. So what you can do with this is you can actually pass your printed sheets through foils to create foil effects. Uh, my third drawer, there's a stack of prints. Forgot actually. Thank you. So these are what we like. It's a freebie that you can add to cart and check out from our website. So it is a sorry, it's a digital file that once you add it into the cart and your order is completed, you will get it in your account, and then you can download it from there, and then you can print your file. So there are a couple of them, a few of them have been designed by Neha, and then we have these kind of quote ones that you can use and pass your files through this to make your own cards. But I'm going to talk about the concept today, and then you could use it in as many ways as you want. But just to show you, like what happens when you pass through the foil is this is how you can convert a simple printout like this. Let me just show you the same one. So here are the two samples. So this is black and white. And then once I passed it through the laminator with the foil, this is how it looks. This is silver foil. So you can immediately, quickly make like a lot of shiny cards through this. Okay. So this is how it looks before and after adding foil. And then this is again black and white. And then I have passed a gold foil through it, and you can see how beautifully the gold foil looks, right? So you can simply then add a card base and you are done. It is as simple as that. So all these are free printable, available on our website. You can, add it to cart while checkout, and you'll be able to get them in your account. The idea is that you need a good quality laser printing. Okay, that I cannot insist enough time. क्योंकि क्या होता है, बहुत बार है ना, लोग अपने लोकल स्टेशनरी में जाके प्रिंट लेके आते हैं, एंड देयर व्हाट हैपेंस इज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे यूज लाइक काउंटरफिट toners, which is not a good quality toner, because of which your print quality for your naked eye, it may look good print, but when you actually pass through it, since it is not original, वो अच्छे से foil उस पे चिपकता नहीं है. So very important to get a good quality printer. You may do trials and errors at your end, or what you can use, what we are going to also use is our sentiment sheets, right? So you can use our sentiment sheets. There are also our foiled sheets that you get. So all these are ready-made printed for you, our quality guaranteed. So all you have to do is pass it with foils through the laminator and they will work. So today I'm going to show you this, but I also wanted to show you like one of the like a code that I have printed. While as always guys, in case you have any queries, please feel free. और अनामिका आप मतलब अपना स्टेप भी बता सकते हो
Yeah.
बीच बीच
So
में.
what I have done is the first coat of decoupage glue, then the paper, then one more coat of decoupage glue. So basically, I have sealed the paper. Okay, and I'll let it dry now.
Okay. So basic decoupage prepping जो हम
Yeah.
करते हैं हर बार वो. So these are the two colors that I'll be using. The left one is red and the right one is pink.
So in the meantime, I had actually made a dough of molded. So I'll be using it
Okay.
here and here. Let me check. Let me check the mold.
Hmm.
Sure.
So I'm done with the cutting. Now I'll just start with the foiling. So the mold that you are using, I think this is the one that I also have. It's a Prima one.
Okay.
I think it's some kind of keyholes.
Yes, absolutely.
Huh. This is a Prima one. If you are, by the way, for those of you who are interested, this is a Prima mold. It is called some kind ancient keyholes or something like that. So okay, so now iska thoda light hai na, but you can see here that inside my hand it is green. So that means that the laminator is hot, and now I can like pass my whatever I want to do foiling on through the machine. Now with these kind of ink plus foiling things, what I like to do is I like to pass it through the laminator twice, so that एकदम से ink पूरी proper गर्म हो जाए और हमारे foil पे चिपक जाए. So I'll pass it twice through the base. Meanwhile, I'll also cut my sentiments. I'm going to use love sentiments. As I said, these are pre-printed, so you don't have to worry about foiling and all those things. While you're passing the sheet to the laminator, make sure that you keep it flat like this to avoid any wrinkles. Anamika is using molded with the mold. So for those of you who are wondering, as always, guys, whatever product we are talking about or using, they are all available on our website. So feel free to check the same out.
So I'll leave it
Also, there's a
for a while
repro.
so
Yeah.
that it becomes a little
Okay.
hard, and then I'm going to demold. In the meantime,
Normally,
I'm going to do
yeah.
the peripheral area wherein I'm going to just build up
Mhm.
the colors which is relatable to the centerpiece. Now here we
Okay.
have blues, a hint of green, not the perfect green, but I'll tell you the colors, and we have mauves and purples. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So normally with molded, you keep it like 20 minutes to 30 minutes before you demold, or what is it?
15 to 20 is a must. Now it all depends. If it is like semi hard, you can just take it out.
Okay. Okay. No, glue or foil, no glue under the foil, Pradnya. Right now, it is all just the printing, the laser ink reacting with the foil. So I'll just open. Yeah, my paper got stuck. I mean, I've been reusing this for many projects, but you can see, I'll show you the negative first so you can see how crisply it has come. So this is the negative. As you can see, pura sentiment aa gaya hai. You can also use the negative in a card if you like. Just do a sticky back and you have your own sentiment, the negative sentiment. And this is the positive.
So we have Bohemian
Okay.
blue here. Then we'll be using thoda sa vintage blue.
Okay.
Then we have botanical teal.
Bohemian blue, vintage blue, botanical teals. These are all shades of blue.
We'll be using some ivory lace for the pinkish shade. But once we are done with the blues,
Hmm. So ivory is the ivory lace color. It is like a very light
pink,
color.
yeah.
Yeah,
And we
light,
have
very
the
light
radiant orchid.
radiant orchid, right? So orchid is very similar to the flowers and butterflies that you see.
Yeah.
So these are all CrafTangle chalk paints that Anamika spoke about. So the shade names, you can directly search the website with the shade names and you will find it, or you can check out the chalk paint category for the same.
I'm going to start with the darkest of the shade, that is my bohemian blue. And with the help of a
Mhm.
sponge, I'm going to just
Okay. So Bohemian blue, vintage blue, and the third one was
bohemian blue, vintage blue, and the
botanical tea.
botanical tea. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just repeating the shade names, etc., because I know Anamika's voice is a little bit chopping. But in case you guys have missed out on any of the shade names or process, please feel free to ask us the question and we'll repeat the answer. Right now, she's using Bohemian Blue chalk paint.
Since the sides are as it is carved out, so I'm not putting
Mhm.
any extra texture because it is actually not
Right.
required.
Right. So this is I love you. Simple. Okay. Then We'll do one more in pink because we want to use it for a pink card. Again, the same thing. Oh, by the way, I just created a sandwich out of a regular printer paper. I folded it in half, and because this between the two, right? The It's like two rods inside which are very heated. So in case if you pass this directly, you have a chance of your foil sticking to the rod, right? And then melting in the laminator itself and destroying the laminator. So it is very important that you use some kind of sleeve while passing your product through the laminator. And then what I'm doing is the thing that I want to laminate that I'm putting first face down. And then on top of it, I'll be putting my foil. The foil, the good side or whatever color you're foiling should be on the top. And then the foil should be slightly larger than the base. And then you close the sleeve. Okay. And then you like hold this, don't move it around a lot. And then pass it through the lap. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm doing it for so many years. मैं आपको बताना भूल गई the steps.
Now I'm using the next color, which is the vintage blue.
Okay. So Bohemian blue is done. Next comes vintage blue. And you are kind of drying in between, so not a lot of blending going on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Layering kar rahe ho.
yeah. It is more like highlighting the edges.
Okay. Hello, Parvati. Shell art love this. Hi, does the foil transfer without laminator or dye machine? Yes, the foil will transfer with something called as sticky back, but that is like converting any paper into a foiled paper and then you can die cut it or something like that. But the foil does need, if you want to like do printing, then shell art love you'll need the laminator. Without that, it will not work. The frame is looking very beautiful,
Thank
Anamika,
you.
Parvati says.
Thanks, Paro. Thank you. Now the next is the botanical tea.
So you can see here I have done pink. I'll rather show you the negative. उससे आपको ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा. So you can see the entire sentiment has been copied, right, on the sheet. So you can see it in light. I'm trying. Yeah. Okay. Now you can see the pink color in the light. Okay. So you can do a lot of things. Like you can print anything that you want. You can also use the pre-printed sheets. As I said, we do sell them in a couple of designs. So you can definitely do that. You can download your own and make your own. Like we have these printables that you can download and use on our website. So you can also do that, but make sure that you get a good quality printing guy for it.
Okay, now we will
So
use a
hmm,
little radiant orchid and ivory lace.
okay. So most of my foil magic has already started drying, but just to fasten up the process. So this is what we passed foil magic through the stencil, and then we'll be doing lamination on top of it. So I'll just dry this quickly. Hi Shalu. ओके सो एक पे मैं लाल लगाऊंगी और एक पे मैं पिंक लगाऊंगी. So the red one, I'll use it with the chit chat. So what I'm doing is, let's put this aside. So I'm just this white paper. So this is what we stencil, right? So I'm just going to take my piece, which is larger than it, the base, and then I'm going to just by halka haath se, I'll tap 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 tap. Okay, and I'll cut out the excess, and then we'll pass it through the foiling, the laminating machine. Okay, so I'll just get the laminate sheet. This is a again nothing to be super precise. We just want foil to be slightly larger than the base. You can always use these leftover pieces with tapes and smaller sentiments, these side ones. So don't throw them. Yeah. And I'll pass this through the laminator. Now with foil magic is a very potent glue. Along with heating, it will create a very strong bond. So you just need to pass it once. You don't need to pass it multiple times. You'll just pass it once and you'll be good to go. While this is being passed, I'll get the next sheet ready with the pink foil.
Okay, so I'll show you a clear view. See, since I had to balance this color
Mm.
with the vibrant greens
Yeah,
and blues, so I have put the
right.
radiant orchid.
Violet. Yeah, radiant of. Pradnya says beautiful shading, Anamika.
Thank you, Pragya.
Will you save this live? Yes, Craft by Shivani. The live will be saved on our YouTube and Insta as well as Facebook. You can see it at either places. Yeah.
Now this is the most, light the lightest of all the lot. So here you have to go. You have to be a bit careful and don't overdo it. Okay,
Right.
I'm just
So on this side, yeah,
blending it
please go ahead.
thoda sa.
So yeah, this is
This is
the
the lace.
ivory lace,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Since the glue is very strong, you can see sometimes it sticks on the back because extra stenciling side से थोड़ा पीछे चला गया होता है. No worries, just uh, खींच लो और निकल जाएगा. And always like if you are doing a 6 by 6 inch panel, just make sure that this panel that you are working with is slightly larger. So you can cut out and make your own size. That is what I'll also doing here. This is larger than my card base. Oh, see, here I did not let this dry. So that is why you see my glue melted. We'll have to let this dry. Did you see it did not come out as crisp as this? Don't worry, we'll wait now for the next piece to dry. But do you want something like this? So what I did was I actually applied foil magic and then I went for my lunch. So it took around 45 minutes for it to completely dry. Then I came back and I did foiling. So I will wait for this to be foiled. Let me see if I can use something because I'll show it to you. I'll let this dry naturally. Chef, please, sorry. I feel so bad. I need to dry this more. So let this dry. It's not a failure, guys. As I said, you can stencil it properly. I just did it like a couple of hours back. It's just that I did not let my stencil dry properly. So the paste dry properly. So it kind of did overfoiling here. But you can get such kind of crisp ones. So meanwhile, while this dries naturally, what I'll do is I'll show you what shadings you can do. So this is gold with one of our stencil. This is called vintage postcard. This is argyle, again gold. So you can see how crisp it comes. But the key is you need to let this dry properly. Then this is gentleman, vintage gentleman, or yeah, vintage gentleman, the stencil. This I did with a copper. So here you can see the difference. This is yellow gold and this is copper. Okay, so the difference in shades.
Okay. So
And this will resist ink blending and stuff. Please go ahead,
yeah.
Anamika.
So I have demolded. They are still soft. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm going to just stick it and then color them. Coloring is again.
Okay.
Huh. So you can use any glue of
Okay.
your choice.
Hmm. So here, if you want to, for my molds to stick on mixed media panels, I use acrylic soft gel because once that is dry, it becomes like patthar. So you can stick even metal with it. I have spoken about this a lot of time. So in case if you want to use a very strong glue under CrafTangles, you'll find something called as acrylic soft gel that you can use here. And which clay she used, Anushri, is molded, Fevicryl molded, again available on a website. This is vintage gears with copper. And this is our honeycomb pattern. And these are all CrafTangle stencil. This is one of my favorite. This is called Damas Delight. Again, copper. I actually have a project planned with copper foils. That is why, I was just getting some stuff ready and then I thought it would be a great thing to show you in today's live. This is holographic, guys. Do you see how beautiful the holographic looks? This is our last release of stencil. This is abstract triangles. Now imagine this on your project. How pretty will it look? Thanks, Kavita. Foil magic is amazing if you can use it in ways. This is our last release stencil, Flourish something. I forgot the name. But again, that with holographic. So, as I said, there are around 11, 12 colors you can have fun with. These were some of the ones where, I have some projects planned. So, I got them ready. Let me see if this is dry while Anamika is doing.
So I'll have to, uh, in usual cases when I'm not doing a live, I would have preferred them to be rock solid hard. Okay. But
Hmm.
since we are doing a live, so I'm just trying to dry it up and make it a little hard.
Right, right. Cool. Thank you, Paro. Thank you, Pradnya. Yes, holographics are amazing. And there is no wrong way. Like, that's why I've kind of selected the stencil. So, I selected one geometric and one flourish just to show you guys that, they will look good on like a clean and simple card kind of a base or something else. And they'll also look good in like a vintage format, depending on, what project you are doing. And this will resist like inks, blendings, and all those things. So this can be like your showstopper in your projects. Uh, yes, Sneha's favorite too, the Damas Delight. Yeah, so this is the Damas Delight, and this is copper. So copper again, copper is also very pretty. It's just that holographic is something else, but copper also looks very good. And you can see how crisp it comes. The only thing is you need to let this naturally air dry as much as possible. Actually should have kept one of the panel for you to show here, but let's see. We'll wait while this dries and we'll do this at the end. And then all you have to do is just put like this, whatever foiling will be done here. And then we have foiled the sentiment also. I'll put this here and then my card will be done. It is that quick.
So I am again coloring it with umber. You can also use black,
Okay.
and then again be highlighting these as well.
Okay. Cool. यस शालू, वी ऑल्सो हैव रेनबो वन। आज के मेरे थीम में जा नहीं रहा था तो मैंने रेनबो यूज नहीं किया, बट यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज लाइक अ रेनबो फॉइल टू क्रिएट द इफेक्ट and holographic also. Yeah, looks like a rainbow. So I actually made some Diwali tags where I die cut this then like circles, and then I use them to make quick Diwali note cards. The video is available on my YouTube channel. So, you could do something like that also.
I'm just trying to blend in the colors nearby.
Mhm. We'll wait. Let's not be impatient. I'll wait for a few minutes while you are doing. So, guys, I'm free. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll have to wait a few minutes while this dries. And then at the end, if no, I'm not able to complete the card, I'll later on put the like just stick stuff and show it to you guys later. I'll just trim this.
We need to dry this up. Okay. And in the meantime, let's give this a thoda sa vintage wala look. So again, you can use amber
Hmm.
or you can use any brown shade, chocolate syrup, whatever.
Okay.
थोड़ा सा इसको मैं डिस्ट्रेसिंग करूंगी.
Okay. Loving the colors in Anamika's piece.
Thank you.
Paro says.
Thanks, Paro.
Believe it or not, Paro, most of the colors were already there. I mean, she did not have to mix a lot today.
I know.
So चलो अभी भगवान का नाम लेके we'll try. I'm hoping काफी dry हो गया है. Oh, this needs, I closed it. We need to heat it up. Also, one more thing I wanted to tell you guys is, guys, with these, you get very beautiful, like the negatives. So, see, this is the holographic wala negative. Don't throw this away. Like, I plan to use this to make a project. I'll show it. Probably I'll use this in live just to show you how I use negatives. But you can see how beautiful they look, right? And instantly they will like be a showstopper. This is another negative, right? They look very cool. Like imagine this to be a background in your journaling or anything.
I'm going to use some leafing glue also.
Leafing glue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use them on these borders. So I'm
Yeah.
just putting them, and obviously we all know that it takes time to dry, right? So
Hmm. Yes, frames is perfect. Yeah, frame का sizing ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि it has been made for Anamika's project. एकदम नैपकिन के लिए परफेक्ट है. Now, as I said, foil magic is very strong. Even after it is being thoroughly dried, all you need is one pass. That's it. So we'll pass this through laminator. Also, someone was asking laminator is necessary or not. I just remembered that Rahmat is our older DT. She had done a couple of trials of this foils with iron. She has posted that on our YouTube channel HNDMD. So you can try this with iron also, but it is very tricky. Like you don't always get the same results, but if you don't want to spend on laminator, you can try iron method. Just search reactive foils video HNDMD, you will find it. What is Anamika using right
leafing
now?
glue.
आप क्या use? Leafing glue. Okay. She's using leafing glue. She's going to add some gilding flakes in the corner.
You can also use decoupage glue.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing idea, Kavita. Actually, you can use vellum behind this and then, make it like a tea holder. Very cool idea. Very smart, Kavita. Nice idea. I just hope ये अभी हाँ फैला नहीं है. चलो good. This has now dried. So what happens is sometimes it sticks on the side, as I said, क्योंकि while stenciling थोड़ा glue पीछे भी लग जाता है कभी-कभी. So since it passed through the laminator, it kind of stuck on the back. Also, I'm using this for like repetitively, तो already glue लगा हुआ होगा उस पे. So now I'll show you, right, the fun reveal. So see, right, how cool is that? And then of course you can use negative, as I said, in your projects. नहीं यार, ये तुम्हारा दिमाग है कविता. मैंने सोचा ही नहीं था ये वाला आइडिया ऑफ फॉइल मैजिक. थैंक यू, थैंक यू. यस, फॉइल मैजिक का मैजिक. यस, पारो अग्रीड 100%. अभी आई गेट माय, एज आई सेड, मैंने बेस थोड़ा बड़ा रखा था. सो नाउ आई जस्ट ट्रिम दिस टू स्लाइटली स्मॉलर देन माय कार्ड बेस. सो आई विल बी डूइंग दिस एज 5.5. ओके. सो मैं दोनों तरफ से थोड़ा थोड़ा ट्रिम करूंगी. So sorry, 5 1/4 by 4 inches is going to be my panel, which is slightly smaller than I do card rates. See, it cuts very easily.
So
अभी हाँ.
initially I had put bohemian blue on the amber. Now I am
Hmm.
putting the next color, that is botanical tea directly.
Okay. Bohemian blue and then botanical tea. Okay. So I'm using these CrafTangles notelets, vertical notelets. So they have a base and envelope. So you can use them. You don't need to, create your own envelopes, cut or anything. So that is what we are going to use. I'll just simply fold this in half. Okay. And we can make quick card with it. And you can score and do all that. मतलब मेरे को उतना टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है तो मेरा ऑलरेडी टाइम कम है तो आई एम जस्ट यूजिंग माय हैंड्स टू स्कोर एवरीथिंग. थैंक यू कविता. appreciate the feedback. So Kavita is saying कि तुम्हारी lives देखने के बाद मेरा creative ideas pop up होना शुरू हो जाता है. And just put some weight on top of this while this dries. I need to get a foam tape for the sentiment. Just give me a minute, I'll come.
In the meantime, this is dry. I'm going to put some more leafing signs on these so that I can put my gold leaves. You can simply use wax as well.
So now that this is stuck, what we you could do multiple things over here. You could use these kind of sentiments that we just foiled, you know, ऐसे, ठीक है? You could use our die cuts. As I said, we had launched these recently. So you could do this. So you could like do it in like gold. You could use red. You could do baby pink. अभी मेरा प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है कि यू सी दिस इज गेटिंग वेरी बिजी लाइक आई एम नॉट एबल टू डिफरेंशिएट कि इसके ऊपर ये पढ़ने में आ रहा है बट वेरी बिजी. So what I'll do is I'll add a layer of vellum in between and then I will add the sentiment. Okay, earlier I thought a white kind of will break the pattern, but I still feel it is too strong. So what I'll do is I'll create a vellum heart, chota sa, using my stitch die hard die, and then I will add one of the sentiments. So I'll probably do I love you. I like this color with this pink. So this is a die cut. I have already cut this and kept it ready for some Valentine days. Since I'm making a lot of cards and you can see they are all stacked. So काफी मोटे हैं. So this is what I'll be doing. Don't worry, इसका मतलब एक detail आएगा कि how I'm going to do this in one of my next live. So that is why I'm not going in detail. Don't worry, I'll show this to you in one of my next project. Here today, I wanted to show you how you can create such kind of patterns. Very pretty, Anamika, it is looking by the way.
Thank you.
वो gold और add कर देगा.
Let's see the end result. अभी तो पता नहीं चल रहा है.
I could do something like this also. इसको सिर्फ square rectangle में cut करके. This will also look nice. I think a vellum will look good. नीचे थोड़ा to break the busy background. So I'll complete this card in the like later on. I just will put a die cut of vellum and then I'll put the sentiment here. But you get the idea. Again, something similar I'll be doing in my next live. So you guys won't be missing out how I did not do it. So don't worry. I'll probably take it in that live only. So ho jayega. Because I don't want to start that right now. We are almost at an hour mark. So I don't want to, do all that right now. Just keep the things that we learned today. अभी मुझे भी आदत पड़ गई ना आपके साथ काम करने की, तो ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, तो आज मुझे अलग लग रहा है। नॉर्मली आई यूज्ड टू सिट ना
हाँ हाँ
बिफोर डूइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स,
या
तभी मुझे वियर्ड नहीं लग रहा था, बट अभी आदत पड़ गई है, तो आई एम काइंड ऑफ फाइंडिंग इट वियर्ड। Yeah, I was also thinking that will look nice, the bada wala. Love as deeply as you can. Probably I should go. अभी इतना आदत पड़ गया ना परफेक्शन के चक्कर में, कि वो अगर 100% भी मन नहीं मानता है तो मैं नहीं करती हूँ, बट या लेट्स डू दैट। फिर वो दिन आई विल डू द डाई कटिंग सेपरेटली एंड शो इट टू यू। चलो, विल डू दैट। नहीं, नहीं, अनामिका मैम लेट नहीं है आज, मैं एक्चुअली आधे पे छोड़ रही थी इसके लिए। अनामिका मैम का तो बेचारे वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप सब इधर ही दिखा रहे थे ताकि 1 घंटा हो जाए।
नहीं नहीं इट्स ओके डजंट मैटर ये कोई रेस थोड़े आराम से
हाँ, नहीं, आई वांटेड टू रियली डू द हार्ड थिंग, बट वो वही है, वो अभी करूँगी तो आधा 1 घंटा उसी में निकल जाएगा। आई डिड नॉट वांट टू एक्सटेंड दैट। आज मेरा थोड़ा उपसी मोमेंट्स बहुत हो गए लाइव में, बिगड़ गया है एक मेरा। वेयर इज़ द नाइफ? जो चीज़ें मेरे को आजकल मिलती ही नहीं है मेरे टेबल पे। नॉर्मली आई यूज़ नाइफ गाइस, बट वो मेरे को अभी मिल नहीं रही है टेबल पे, सो मैं पैलेट नाइफ से काम चलाओ काम कर रही हूँ टू रिमूव द कॉर्नर्स।
आई आल्सो हैड दिस बट आई डोंट नो
बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा वो एक्चुअली, अभी बहुत सही लग रहा है।
है ना आई थॉट दैट आई
हाँ,
माइट बी पुटिंग इट हियर
नो, शो मार रहा है
है
वो
ना
एक्चुअली पूरा वो उसका। हाँ,
आई आल्सो थिंक दिस इज लुकिंग नाइस मे बी लेटर ऑन आई एम नॉट श्योर क्योंकि लाइव में नहीं
या
होगा मे बी आई पुट क्रैकल पेस्ट ऑन टॉप and give it a
या
crackled look. That might look nice, you know.
Yeah, that will look nice. You can add that. Yeah.
है ना? Yeah.
Crackle paste again, guys, same issue. It needs to dry naturally, तो ही cracks आएंगे. So unfortunately, crackle paste का क्या होता है, बहुत बार demos हम नहीं दिखा पाते. But if you see our earlier lives, like 3-4 months back, हमने वो भी आपको दिखाया हुआ है in the demo. Like we did the paste and then we let it dry. So 1 hour before the live, we did the crackle and came back. बट विल ट्राई एंड सी, अगर फ्यूचर के एक आध प्रोजेक्ट में वी कैन शो इट टू यू अगेन, बट आई थिंक अनामिका के रील में आपको दिखेगा द होल क्रैक कर लो। लेट मी सी इफ आई कैन गेट द बॉक्स कोस्टर के पीछे। I'll just show you the crackled effect that I did it in live, so you guys can go back and see that in case you want to, learn and talk, like look at it more. So this is the crackled effect that Anamika is talking about. So you could do something like this on the corners. She's also planning to do something like this in the corners. So ये डब्बे का मैंने live किया था on, this is my own personal live. So this will be available on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
So
this
you can
is
check that
even I
out.
have one. If anyone can
Yeah.
see here,
हाँ, right.
this is also
ये
in
भी
one of the
अपना
live
हाँ,
which we had
yeah.
created. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is 3-4 months back, the
Ah,
live that we did. So you can check that live out, जिसमें वो आपको project दिखेगा, या you can check this live out. Again, इन दोनों में हमने crackle use किया है. So you can, उसमें हमने live दिखाया and we have talked a lot about it on how to get this crackle effect and everything.
so basically, you just need to put the crackle paste on top, let it dry, it cracks on its own, and then you can highlight it with either your wax or your mica powder or any sort of acrylic paint.
Colors, yeah,
Yeah, acrylic
yeah,
liquid acrylics. I meant. Yeah, so you can use
yeah.
those. Yeah, I think I'm also
So yes, yes, Pradna, you just apply the paste, let it dry. It will automatically create the crack, and then you go back and add color to it, and then pick up the color. So जहाँ जहाँ color जाता है अंदर अंदर वहाँ पे आपको cracks highlight हो जाते हैं. Okay, so that is how it works. जहाँ जहाँ अंदर कलर जाएगा वहाँ क्रैक अप्लाई हो जाएगा. सो इफ यू सी यहाँ पे दिस इज प्लेन, अभी तक मैंने साइड्स किया नहीं है. सो दिस इज हाउ इट विल ड्राई क्लियर ऑलमोस्ट. Okay, translucent to clear, and then you can add color to it with the help of mica or acrylic, liquid acrylics, and it will give you something like this. But इसका वही है, this needs to dry naturally. You cannot speed up the process वरना आपको cracks नहीं आएंगे. So you can see how the cracks look, right? यहाँ पे आपको अच्छे से दिख जाएगा. Kavita is asking, can a sentiment also be added in the frame right corner?
yeah, you can add, but I don't usually use a sentiment
Yeah,
because I'm not that
she's not a sentiment person.
sentimental person. Yes.
She doesn't like sentiment. She's not a sentiment person.
Yeah, because
हम लोग सब
if you go
जर्नलिंग
through
वाले हैं,
my
हमको
project,
बड़ा
you will
पसंद है.
rarely find a sentiment in my project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That is more for like paper crafting and all. I don't
yeah.
use it. You can definitely go ahead and put it. I'll give you a closer
हाँ,
view.
मतलब
Just
there
come
is
up
no
there.
right or wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is looking very
yeah, yeah.
rich. Yeah, I mean, I love this.
Very rich,
I,
very
I
elegant.
am in love with this particular paper.
वेरी नाइस इट इज लुक. इसीलिए बोला वो आप मोल्ड डालोगे ना तो इसकी पूरी निकल
Yeah,
जाएगी. अब
yeah,
इट लुक्स
yeah,
लाइक अ विंटेज
yeah.
पेंटिंग. विंटेज पेंटिंग की हो ना कैनवस पे, वैसा लग रहा है. वेरी ब्यूटीफुल अनामिका, लव
That
इट.
is exactly what I wanted to attend in today's life. I wanted a vintage sort of. I ultimately finish off with a vintage project only. I don't know. I'm unable to think of anything else. I think.
अभी आप ज़ूम करके बता दीजिए, मैंने मेरा ऑफ कर दिया सो पीपल कैन सी एकदम डिटेल में.
एक minute. Huh?
बट इट इज लुकिंग वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. मतलब इवन दो इट्स विंटेज, इट इज डिफरेंट.
Yeah.
हाँ. So you can see all the detailing, guys. She has changed the camera to make it more detailing for you all. So you can see all the colors that she has added, the gilding she has added, everything. Very pretty, Anamika. It literally looks like a old पुराने कैनवसेस होते हैं ना जो
हाँ.
आर्ट्स बेचते हैं ना लोग वो.
नहीं, even I'm
वेरी
liking it.
प्रिटी. या वेरी क्यूट, वेरी कूल. मस्त लग रहा है. अंडरस्टेटेड एलिगेंस है. नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बट लुकिंग वेरी नाइस. यस, वेरी प्रिटी. Kavita says museum worthy, royal looking. Rohini says very beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
So now I'll just show mine. I will switch off Anamika for a minute and I'll
Yeah.
talk about mine. और फिर आपको तब तक अगर अपना मुंह switch करना है अनामिका तो कर सकते हो आप. You want to do that first?
नहीं, it's okay. I want to see yours now.
Okay. Then I'll show mine then. Okay. So this is what I made. My idea was to show you how to use foils with stencils. So here are some of the demos. So this is with a holographic foil and one of our Flourish stencil, new release. This is number one stencil. So first stencil which started our stencil journey. And this is copper foil. I don't know if, yeah, now you can see the copper color. This is gears, vintage gears or vintage receipt, either of the name, with copper. This is argyle with gold. So this is copper and this is gold. You can see the difference. Sorry, yellow gold and copper. So you can see the color difference. And then, of course, you can, like this is holographic, this is yellow gold, and this is copper. So this is how you can create like very beautiful backgrounds with your stencils, your foil magic, laminator and our foils. Okay, and then you can use them wherever you want. Like you want to use them in mixed media, decoupage, journaling, card making. I use them in card making just because it is easier to complete in a live. But यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो मैंने एक्सो एक्सो स्टेंसिल किया है, let it dry thoroughly, and उसके बाद मैंने इस पे पिंक फॉइलिंग किया है, and this is laser reactive with foils. So these are this is an example. So this comes like a black and white print होता है और उसके ऊपर आप foiling pass करोगे तो you get such kind of foiling on top of it. So wherever there is black, foil आ जाएगा. And then this can be made a card directly. You don't even have to do anything, but you can do blending and stuff like that also on top of it. So that is foils with laser print and laminator. So वो मैंने इधर सेंटिमेंट में यूज किया है, एंड दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल कार्ड दैट आई मेड. जस्ट रिमेंबर जो मेरा आज उपसी मोमेंट हुआ इधर, के मेक श्योर योर पेस्ट इज थरली ड्राई बिफोर यू डू फॉइलिंग, वरना वो ऐसे पूरा स्प्रेड हो जाएगा. ऐसा आपको क्लीन स्टेंसिलिंग की जगह पूरा स्प्रेड हो गया. सो जस्ट टेक केयर ऑफ दैट. Let it dry naturally for an hour or 1.5 hours, then come back and do the foiling. Okay, so that is what I wanted to show you today. I hope आपको मजा आया. दोनों बहुत ही अलग projects थे, but I hope you enjoyed. I'll add Anamika to the chat again. So yes, that was what we made. Anamika, I hope आपको देख पाए मैंने क्या बनाया.
Yes, yes. And get to
So
learn this. I'm very now. I have to start because my sister has got a laminating machine as a gift from her
अच्छा,
friends. So we are yet to
okay,
experiment with it. So let's
yeah.
see.
या लैमिनेटर इज अ गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट. मतलब ज्यादा महंगा भी नहीं है. लाइक नॉर्मली हमारे ट्रिमर्स और वो सब ज्यादा महंगे होते हैं,
हाँ,
बट ओनली इफ यू वांट टू यूज फॉइल्स इट मेक्स सेंस. बट आई हैव बीन ओनिंग द सेम वन फॉर 6 years नाउ,
हाँ,
एंड आई ऑलवेज फाइंड वन और द अदर वे इन विच यू कैन यूज इट. बट अगर आपको नहीं करना है and you don't want to invest, then of course you can use a sticky bag product which I have shown in my first live कि कैसे आप अपना DIY मिरर कार्ड स्टॉक बना के डाई कट कर सकते हो and all that. But if you like to make such kind of cards, etc., then you could definitely, invest in laminator. I just wanted to show you like different ideas. Rest is your call, what you want to make. But I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. It taught you something new about CrafTangles product. Both in terms of decoupage and in paper crafting, it gave you some ideas on how you can use a different product. Um, thank you, Kavita. Kavita said enjoyed. बहुत मजा आ गया. Thank you, thank you,
thank you.
thank you. Pratya says even I am not a sentiment person. बहुत लोग ऐसे हैं, sentiment, not a sentiment person. Thank you, Pratya. She says amazing. Thank you. Rovina Norona says looks beautiful. Thank you, Rovina. So thank you guys. Anamika, अभी तो चेहरा दिखा
या
दो.
या एक
आपको तो
मिनट.
बोलना पड़ता है.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
अभी तो दिखा दो. हाँ, हाँ, हाँ. आ गई मैं सामने. छोड़ते नहीं हो मुझे तुम. तो
But I,
yes, Pratya
yes,
says nice to learn something with
yeah.
you. Yeah. Thank you, Pratya. बोलिए.
No, no. I every time I keep looking at the project and your project, and then it just I just try to skip it. And वो last इंस्टा में क्या होता ही नहीं था. तो यहाँ पे फिर
हाँ,
वो वैसे ही होता है. And I just keep forgetting.
हाँ. नो वरीज, नो वरीज. होता है, सब अपना अपना इतना चीजें होती है. बट लवली प्रोजेक्ट एज ऑलवेज. मतलब एज पीपल सेड, कविता सेड म्यूजियम वर्दी. इट लुक्ड लाइक एन ओल्ड कैनवस. वेरी ब्यूटिफुल.
Thank you.
विल वेट फॉर द क्रैकल थिंग
Yes,
एंड पूरा रील वील
yes,
डालोगे.
yeah,
बट बहुत बढ़िया बना. मतलब वेरी ब्यूटिफुल. द कलर्स पॉप्ड रियली वेल. एंड या विल सी यू सून
yeah.
with another live.
Sure.
And thank you for sharing the knowledge.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for staying till here. We'll see you soon with another live. Take care. Bye bye.